Hello, I'm Tylah Tully, and today I'm joined by Nordic Resources Non-Executive Chair Malcolm Norris. Malcolm, you joined Nordic Resources in the capacity of Non-Executive Chair at the start of June. What did you find special about Nordic's current portfolio of projects?
I was very excited by the portfolio. I did know Rob Rickson, the Executive Director, and I'd been following the evolution of Nordic Resources. I was actually very impressed with their IPO, and that was based on a nickel copper project, and I followed the story. And then I saw that Rob and the team had acquired these gold projects in central Finland, and I thought they were very, very strong-looking projects. And I called Rob up to congratulate him, have a bit of a chat, and then that led to one thing or another, and I ended up joining the board. So it's really based on identifying what I thought were really strong projects combined with a really strong team led by Rob, and that spurred my interest.
Yeah, as you said, you've worked in a number of overseas jurisdictions. Given your experience, what makes the geology in Finland so attractive for gold and copper exploration?
Yeah, Finland is extremely prospective. So I've worked there previously with another company. We had a copper project in Sweden and a gold project in Finland. We also had a lithium project in Finland. The geology is something that most Australian geologists are very familiar with. It's a combination of Archean and Proterozoic terrains. The styles of mineralisation are similar to what we see in Western Australia. So it's geologically, it's very familiar. And Finland itself is a very, very good country to operate in. Good infrastructure, good support for mining. It has a wonderful mining heritage. In fact, there's historical links between Finland and Australia. A lot of the early miners that came out, for example, in the early days of Mount Isa, were from Finland. So, there's this strong bond in the mining industry. So Finland is a great place to operate. Low risk, recently voted #1 in the Fraser Institute Index. So a great combination of good deposits and a good country to operate in makes it very attractive for investors.
And do you see Scandinavia continuing to carve out a bigger presence among ASX investors for its resources?
I think it will. So there's a number of Australian companies that have interests in Scandinavia. And I think as the understanding amongst ASX investors about Scandinavia is increased, then we'll see more activity on the ASX. I think also with all the discussion around commodities and security of commodities and an EU push to have more commodities developed within the EU, then that attracts investors. And I think the ASX style of investor is very familiar with the style of mines that are being developed there. So I think we will see it. It's already happened in Canada on the TSX. There's quite a few Canadian companies that have exposure to Scandinavia. So yeah, I'd expect to see it increase on the ASX.
And in your experience, how is the Finnish government and the local community's attitudes towards resources projects? Is it a supportive environment?
It's supportive. I think the best way to describe it is pragmatic. The Finns are very pragmatic people. And I found in my previous involvement in Finland that the government was very approachable. And so you could organise meetings, you could talk to them about the issues, whether it be permitting or exploration programs or levels of investment. So the government is very approachable, very pragmatic. They will tell you how it is. And I found that with a lot of the communities as well. And central Finland, which is where Nordic Resources has its gold projects, is a good place to operate. And there's already a reasonable understanding of mining and exploration in that area anyway. It's not as if we have to reinvent the wheel there. So good place to operate.
Sounds like exciting times ahead. Malcolm, thanks for your time today.
Thank you very much.
For more ASX news and analysis, subscribe below.